SpaceX Starship experiences catastrophic failure during flight test. 7. Boca Chica, Texas. SpaceX's ambitious Starship program suffered a major setback today, with the complete loss of the Starship vehicle during its 7th flight test. While the initial launch and ascent phases appeared flawless, a catastrophic failure occurred shortly after the successful recovery of the Super Heavy booster. All 33 Raptor engines, including the first flight-proven reused engine, ignited perfectly, propelling the Starship towards its planned trajectory. Observers noted a smooth ascent and successful stage separation, capturing stunning views of the booster's boostback burn and controlled descent. The Super Heavy booster landed successfully on SpaceX's Chopsticks landing system, marking another successful recovery for the reusable booster. However, the success was short-lived. Post-landing analysis revealed the cause of the Starship's destruction. Preliminary reports indicate a significant propellant leak above the engine firewall, resulting in a rapid pressure buildup. This overpressure event exceeded the system's capacity to vent, leading to a massive explosion that scattered debris across a wide area. SpaceX confirmed the loss of the Starship vehicle via their live stream feed, and subsequent videos circulating on social media showed the dramatic disintegration of the vehicle in the upper atmosphere. The extent of the damage and the full details of the incident remain under investigation by the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, and SpaceX is expected to provide further updates in the coming days. The incident marks a significant setback for SpaceX, but the company maintains its commitment to the Starship program. The exact timeline for future launches is pending the results of the FAA investigation. Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket achieves historic first flight, despite booster loss. Cape Canaveral, Florida. Blue Origin made history today with the successful launch of its New Glenn rocket, marking a significant milestone for the company's ambitious space program. The launch, initially delayed due to a faulty auxiliary power unit and subsequent ice buildup in a purge line, finally lifted off from Launch Complex 36. The 7 BE-4 engines ignited flawlessly, powering the rocket into the sky. The ascent proceeded as planned, showcasing the rocket's impressive capabilities. The first stage successfully separated after approximately 3 minutes and 10 seconds, and the second stage continued to deliver its payload, the Blue Ring Pathfinder spacecraft, towards its intended medium Earth orbit. However, despite the success of the upper stage, Blue Origin confirmed the loss of the New Glenn's first stage. While the 3 engines successfully ignited for the re-entry burn, telemetry data ceased shortly after. The exact cause of the first stage loss is under investigation. The mission accomplished its primary goal of successfully deploying the Blue Ring Pathfinder to its intended orbit, testing the capabilities of New Glenn for delivering payloads to medium Earth orbit. This orbital insertion marks a pivotal step forward for Blue Origin's space ambitions, paving the way for future commercial launches and setting the stage for further advancements in reusable rocket technology. SpaceX's Transporter 12 mission successfully deploys record-breaking payload count. Vandenberg Space Force Base, California. SpaceX successfully launched its Transporter 12 mission earlier today, setting a new record by deploying a staggering 131 payloads into orbit. The mission, launched atop a Falcon 9 rocket, successfully delivered a diverse array of satellites and research instruments, showcasing the versatility of SpaceX's rideshare program. The payloads included everything from small commercial satellites to scientific experiments from universities and research institutions worldwide. Among the most notable payloads was the MB-SAT, the largest and most advanced Earth observation satellite ever built by the United Arab Emirates. This demonstrates the growing international participation in commercial space endeavors. The mission also showcased a variety of orbital transfer vehicles carrying secondary payloads. These innovative systems enable the delivery of smaller satellites to specific orbits, maximizing the efficiency of each launch. Post-launch, the first stage of the Falcon 9 rocket successfully executed a controlled landing at Landing Zone 4, marking another successful recovery for SpaceX's reusable launch system. The success of Transporter 12 underlines SpaceX's continued dominance in the small-sat launch market and further solidifies its position as a key player in the burgeoning new space economy. Dual lunar lander mission launches aboard single Falcon 9 rocket. Cape Canaveral, Florida. In a historic first, a single Falcon 9 rocket successfully launched 2 distinct lunar landers into space this morning from Launch Complex 39A. The mission, carrying Firefly Aerospace's Blue Ghost and iSpace's Hakuto R-M2 landers, marks a significant step towards increasing access to the Moon for commercial and scientific endeavors. The launch proceeded without incident, showcasing SpaceX's ability to handle complex multi-payload missions. Following a successful stage separation and booster landing on a drone ship, all eyes turned to the two lunar landers. Blue Ghost, a larger lander boasting advanced technology, including a main engine and numerous thrusters for attitude control, is targeting a direct trajectory to the moon. Hakuto RM-2, smaller in size, will employ a more fuel-efficient, longer flight path involving a lunar flyby before orbital insertion. Both landers represent significant technological achievements and carry the hopes of their respective teams for a successful lunar touchdown. The successful launch of this dual mission significantly reduces the cost of lunar exploration and opens up new possibilities for future scientific research and commercial ventures on the lunar surface. Updates on their progress will be available in the coming months. Space News Roundup, Spacewalk, ISRO docking success, and routine Starlink launches. This week saw a flurry of space-related activities. NASA astronauts conducted a successful spacewalk lasting over 6.5 hours, performing crucial maintenance and upgrades on the International Space Station. The spacewalk included repairs to a thermal cover and the replacement of a gyro and docking adapter components. Meanwhile, the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, achieved a major milestone, successfully docking 2 spacecraft in orbit, making India only the 4th nation to master this complex technology. On the commercial front, SpaceX continued its regular Starlink launches, deploying another batch of internet satellites into orbit. One launch showcased a particularly striking visual, punching through a low cloud layer, offering spectacular views of the ascent and booster landing. These routine launches highlight the growing accessibility and efficiency of space-based internet services. These events underscore the continued dynamism and innovation within the global space industry, a week of triumphs and setbacks in space exploration. The past week has been a roller coaster for the space industry, marked by both remarkable achievements and significant setbacks. While SpaceX's Starship experienced a catastrophic failure during its latest test flight, highlighting the inherent risks of pushing technological boundaries, other missions soared to success. Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket made its maiden voyage, showcasing impressive capabilities, despite the loss of its first stage. SpaceX's Transporter 12 mission shattered records with its massive payload deployment, and a historic dual lunar lander launch set the stage for future lunar exploration. Furthermore, a successful NASA spacewalk and ISRO's space docking achievement reinforced international collaboration and technological advancements. The contrasting outcomes of this week underscore the inherent challenges and thrilling rewards of space exploration. The relentless pursuit of progress, even in the face of setbacks, continues to shape the future of space travel and discovery. Regulators are investigating reports of property damage from SpaceX Starship's explosion. U.S. regulators and government officials in Turks and Caicos are looking into reports of property damage in the island nation caused by debris falling after a SpaceX Starship vehicle exploded over the ocean during a test mission Thursday, according to the Federal Aviation Administration. Flights of the spacecraft and rocket system are now grounded, pending an investigation into the mishap, the agency confirmed in a Friday statement. The FAA and Turks and Caicos officials both said Friday there were no reported injuries. Authorities routinely halt flights of rockets to carry out what is referred to as a mishap investigation, when launches and flights do not go according to plan. SpaceX will lead the investigation, as the company confirmed yesterday. The FAA will then issue a list of corrective actions the company needs to take in order to get Starship back on the launch pad for another test flight. The SpaceX 7th uncrewed test flight of the rocket system, about 10 minutes into a mission that launched out of South Texas. A shower of debris prompted the FAA to briefly create a debris response area that forced planes to reroute, causing a string of travel delays. In an advisory issued Friday, the Turks and Caicos National Security Secretariat also said the Turks and Caicos Islands Airport Authority diverted all flights in Turks and Caicos Islands airspace, as well as grounded all flights until an all-clear had been given. The FAA implements a debris response area only when debris from a rocket mishap falls outside of predefined hazard areas that are closed to aircraft, according to the agency. However, SpaceX asserted in a Thursday statement that surviving pieces of debris would have fallen into the designated hazard area. Initially, the statement described debris as falling into the Atlantic Ocean, but the language was amended by Friday afternoon to remove that phrase. When asked to clarify and which locations were closed to air traffic during launch, the FAA said that its investigation is ongoing, and information is preliminary and subject to change. The agency added that the amount of airspace closed for rocket launches can vary from launch to launch depending on a variety of factors, including the safety record of the launch vehicle. After Starship exploded Thursday, photos and videos flooded social media, showing debris that glowed bright orange and white as it streaked across the sky. Much of the footage was captured from Turks and Caicos or cruise ships and other islands in the surrounding area. Jonathan McDowell, an astrophysicist and astronomer at the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics, told CNN his analysis of Starship's trajectory showed that the vehicle likely exploded over Bahamas, with debris passing over Turks and Caicos a couple minutes later at 120 kilometers altitude, 75 miles. The FAA said in its statement Friday that X and local authorities to investigate reports of debris striking Turks and Caicos. In its advisory, the Turks and Caicos government said it convened a meeting of officials on Friday, with relevant partners in the United Kingdom, including the UK Space Agency, who are supporting the post-incident response, including technical expertise on the handling of debris, health and safety risks, protocols and procedures. The government also acknowledged the active investigation from the